Hi everyone, today we have a 30-minute small ball Pilates routine. So make sure you have your weights and your ball handy and we'll get started on the mat. So take your legs out wider than your hips, bend your knees, go into a squat. So you can take your hands into prayer and then come all the way up to a nice stand. Keeping that chest open, you want to focus on making sure that you're bending from your knees and you're hinging from your hips. Taking it down and back up. Lower and lift. Engaging your glutes as you come all the way up to that stand. Again, lower and lift. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and come all the way up. Take your legs wider than your hips. Find that plie squat. So you're gonna hold it here. You can take your hands on your hips and just shift your weight from side to side. So you can rock through your feet, lifting your toes up. As you shift from side to side, you wanna think about keeping your chest open and finding that stretch through those inner thighs here. And press. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now turn to face the side. So you're gonna lift on up, going into a lunge. Grab your ball, so you're gonna place the ball between your hands. Hold it towards the center of your chest. The back heel is lifted, and make sure that your leg is in line with your hip. Lower down, giving that ball a little squeeze, and then lift all the way back up. Again, lower and lift. Make sure that you're not rounding the shoulders forward. You want to open up that chest, lower, lift and press. Again, taking it down and up. Engaging through your hips, engaging through your glutes here. And lift. Again, lower, lift and press. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, stay halfway down, little pulses. Giving that ball a squeeze. Keep opening up the chest so you're engaging your back muscles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Straighten out your back leg. Shift your weight forward. So you're reaching towards that nice diagonal line. Take the ball overhead. And now you're gonna take the ball and you're gonna pass it underneath your thigh and then reach back overhead again. Taking it underneath and lift. So you wanna keep the hips nice and stable. You're gonna be careful that you're not rounding through your back here. Lift and press. You're working through the front of your thigh, engaging through those hips. And around. And lift. 3 more. And reach. 2. Last one. And bring your legs together. Come all the way up to a stand. Reach up and overhead. Bring the ball back to your chest. Same thing, but on the other side. So just take your opposite leg back. Heel is lifted. Lower down into that lunge and lift all the way up. So you're bending through your knees. You're focusing on keeping that chest nice and open here. And you're keeping that back heel lifted. Again, lower and lift. So total body movement. And then giving that ball a nice little squeeze as you lower it down and up. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, stay low here. Little pulses. Keep focusing on your breath, engaging through your hips for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten out that back leg. Shift your weight forward. So you want to find the length in your spine. You're not rounding through your back. Knees over that ankle, and extend your arms overhead. Now take that ball, pass it underneath your thigh, and then reach back up overhead. So you're focusing on building strength through that front leg, keeping your knee over your ankle. You're gonna feel that thigh muscle start to talk to you with this movement here. And again, lower and lift. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more here. And then bring your feet together, reaching up and overhead. Legs underneath your hips. Bring the ball into your chest. Bend your knees a little bit into a mini squat position, and then raise your heels on up. Down and up. Keeping that chest open, you're working into your calves a little bit more. Press, lower, and lift. Down and up, so you feel that engagement through your glutes as you raise the ball overhead. 5 more. Press. 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower all the way down. So just place the ball out to the side for a moment. Reach your arms up and overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale to release. Tuck your chin. You can roll it on down. Think 1 vertebrae at a time. Or you can walk your hands down your thighs in that nice neutral spine. Keep lifting the hips up nice and high. You're folding your body in half, and then walk your feet out to downward dog. Lift the hips up high. Relax your heels into the mat. Opening up that chest here. A couple more breaths. So that way you're connecting through your back and through your shoulders as you get a stretch through that back chain. 1 more breath. Lower down onto your knees. Now take that ball, place it behind your knee. So you're gonna hug onto it. You can also do this in standing if this feels a little bit better on your knees. Shoulders over your wrists. Flex your foot to hug onto the ball. Lift it up and then back down. Lift and lower. So again, working through that whole back chain of your hips and your glutes. Lift and lower and reach. And press. 5 more here. Keep drawing belly button to spine. 3, 2, 1. Now lift your leg up about halfway. So you're gonna lift up halfway, squeeze your heel towards your glute, and then release. So it's just a little hamstring curl here. Squeeze and release for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now open up your hip. You can point through your foot. So now you have a little bit more of that external rotation. Lower your leg down and then back up. Nice big inhale and exhale. So you're working through the outer side of your hip and your glute here as you lower and lift. And press. 5 more. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, hold it up nice and high, little pulses up, little squeezes. So try not to be really rushed with this movement. You want to think about engaging through your muscles on a little bit of a deeper level here. Little press to lift. 8, 7, 6. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. You can shake out your hips a little bit if you want. I'm going to turn to face the other side. We're going to do the same thing now, just on the opposite side. So you want to find that sweet spot where you can hug onto the ball, press away from the mat, or hold onto that countertop or chair ledge. Flex your foot And lift your heel up towards the ceiling and back down. Lift and lower. Finding the strength through your upper body here as you lift and lower. And press. Reach. 5 more. 3, 2. On this last one, hold it up. Squeeze your heel towards your bottom and then release. A little hamstring curl. You're going to feel the belly of your muscle engage as you squeeze that heel in towards your tush and press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now rotate to open up your hip. Extend your leg, so flex your, point through your foot, or you can flex it, it's up to you. Lower your leg down and up. So you have that extra rotation through your hip. You're gonna feel this a little bit more through the side of your hip and your glute here as you lower and lift. Shaking's good, it means you're challenging those muscles. And press. 4 more. 4, reach. 3, 2. On the last one, lift it on up, little pulses. So usually with pulses, you can lower your leg about halfway down and then lift up to that high point. Little press, keep drawing that belly button towards your spine so you're engaging through your hips, supporting that low back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release all the way down. Place the ball out to the side. And now lower down onto your forearms, going into a forearm plank. Palms can face together, or you can do palms on the mat, it's up to you. Extend your legs fully, or you can lower down into that half plank position. And we're just gonna hold it here to start, keeping that chest nice and open, focusing on your breath here. Finding the length through the crown of your head for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down onto your knees and send your hips back into child's pose. Just getting that nice stretch. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. 1 more breath here. Come back up to your forearm plank. So whether you're in a half plank or in a full plank position, we can do this together. You're gonna rotate your hips to one side and then the other. So it's a small movement. Be careful that you're not just lowering your hips down from one side and just rotating through that low back. You wanna think about lifting up and slightly dipping down so you're engaging your obliques, so engaging your tummy muscles. Think of it as the tummy muscles are driving the movement here, and that way you're gonna really find a deeper engagement with this exercise. You can shift through the balls of your feet if you're in that full forearm plank. 6 more. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower down onto your knees. Place your hands back on the mat. Lift on up to your downward dog position again, lifting the hips up nice and high. Press the heels into the mat. And just focus on your breath here. One more deep breath. So nice big inhale. Exhale it out. Walk your feet in towards your hands. You can roll it on up or just walk your hands up your thighs. Okay, so let's grab your weights. You can keep the ball out to the side here. Turn to face the side. So taking your legs just a little bit wider than your hips. Bend your knees, lower down into a squat. Reach those arms forward, drive the elbows back, and then extend. So working into that upper body just a little bit more while you're getting the lower body engaged. Drive the elbows back, keeping the chest nice and open. And press. If this is a little too hard on your hips and your knees, you can come up to more of a standing position, keeping a slight bend through your hips and through your knees here. And press, keeping that chest nice and open. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and come all the way back up. So now take your legs wider. Take your heels out to the corner edges of your mat with that rotation of your hips. Lower down, go into a bicep curl, lift and lower. You can always come upright a little bit more. Keep a slight bend from your hips and your knees here. Otherwise, you can sit low. That way you're challenging that lower body, keeping that chest open. And press. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then lift all the way up. So let's just hang on to one weight. You can place the other weight out to the side. So now take your legs wide on the mat, turn out from your hips, but just make it a small turn out. Bend through your knee, shift your weight, you're gonna lower the weight down, keep that neutral spine. So try not to round forward, keep the chest open, look straight ahead, and then you're gonna shift your weight and press the weight overhead. So palm faces in towards your body, and then it faces towards your ear. So the palm always faces your body, just different directions. So going straight towards your chest and then towards your ear. And again, lower and lift. And press. You're working through your legs again. Same time you're working through your shoulders. And lift. Finding the power with this movement. 4 more. Reach. 3, 2, last one. Let's switch it out. So place the weight in the opposite hand, shift your weight lower down, and then reach overhead. And again, taking it down and then back up. Nice big inhale and exhale. Keeping that chest lifted. Lean through your torso as you reach down towards the mat and then back up and overhead. Again, lower and lift. Press. 4, 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and lift all the way up. Okay, so let's take a seat on the mat. Grab your ball. You're going to use it for support. You can do this next exercise with or without the weights. And this really depends on how strong your low back is. So what you're going to do is have the weights out on either side of you so you can easily pick them up. Have that ball right behind your low back. So you're keeping that neutral spine. The more you lean into this, the more of a challenge it is. So you want to think about lengthening through the crown of your head. Hold on to the weights, going into bicep curls. Lift it up and down. So you want to keep the hips steady with this movement. You can also do this without the weights. Keeping that chest open. Lift and lower. Keep maintaining that neutral spine here. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring the weights in towards your shoulders. You're gonna reach across to one knee and then the other. So your arms are rotating, but you want to keep your back stable with this movement. So you're finding the strength through your shoulders and press. Keep lifting out of your hips so you're not sinking into that low back. 8 more. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower back down. Lift on up for a moment just to give your back a little pressure relief. Sit back into your position. So find the length through the crown of your head, engaging your lower belly abs here. Take your arms out to the sides, bring them in and out. So the more you lean back, the more of a challenge it is. You can also lower and then lift. Add a little lower and lift here. You have 10, 9, 8, 7. Make sure you're taking your arms out to equal distance on both sides. Using that breath to help you. 3 more. 3, 2, the last one, and lift all the way up. Okay, place your weights out to the side. Place your ball out to the side for just a moment. Lower down onto your back. Reach your arms nice and long, keeping your chest open. Lift your hips up into a bridge and then lower back down. So you want to find that length from your hip bones to your rib cage. Draw that belly button towards your spine. Lift the hips up and then back down. Keeping the chest open here. And again, lift and lower. 4 more. 4, engaging through your glutes. 2 more. 2. Last one, and then lower your hips back down. So reach to grab your ball. You're gonna place it between your thighs. So basically between your knees here, hugging onto that ball. Just squeeze the ball in and out. So now a little bit of inner thigh engagement. You can always place your hands on your hips just to make sure they're staying nice and level. So that way you're just squeezing in and out. And press. 5 more here. This is 3, 2, the last one. Now still hold on to that ball. Reach your arms nice and long. Lift your hips up, squeeze the ball in and out, and then lower back down. So we're basically combining those 2 movements, those 2 exercises we did before, going into a bridge, squeezing the ball, using our inner thighs to help us. Lift, squeeze, release, and lower. Again, lift, press, and lower. 5 more. This is 4. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and lower all the way back down. So now take that ball, place it behind your right knee. So you're hugging onto that ball. So now we're going into our single leg bridge position. So little hamstring curl on that right side. Lift your hips on up. You may want to just lower and lift, keeping that toe pointed. Otherwise, I want you to lift and take your leg up and then lower and tap back down. Again, lift and lower. Finding the steadiness of your hips. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and release back down. Great job. So same thing now, but on the other side. So you can always just raise a toe, holding onto the ball, or you can lift your leg up the whole way. So lifting up and back down, or lift all the way back up and lower down. Be careful, you want to keep your hips level. You want to make sure that you're not hiking up that left hip higher than your right hip here, or vice versa. Again, finding that strength through that opposite leg that's stabilizing your body. 3 more. 3, 2, 1 more, and lower all the way down. Take that ball, place it underneath your hips. So place it right where your tailbone is. You find that little happy spot where you can keep your chest open. Everything is lifted, where you're finding that length from your hip bones to your rib cage, finding that steadiness on the mat here. Take your right leg into tabletop, and now you're gonna lower your leg down and then back up. So just single leg toe tap. Nice big inhale and exhale, engaging those tummy muscles. And again, lower and lift. 5 more. 4, 3 more here. 2, last one, and release back down. Same thing, but on the other side. Taking your leg on up to that tabletop position, lower your leg down, and then back up. Engaging through your hip, engaging through your glutes here. Lower and lift. Keeping the hips nice and steady. This almost feels like a little massage on your low back here. And press. 2. Last one. And then you can lower your foot down, lift your hips on up, reach the ball overhead, walk your feet out so your knees are still bent, and roll it on up. Think 1 vertebrae at a time. So your head is the last thing to come back up. And now just place that ball right in between your shoulder blades. So you're gonna lean back into this. Keep the chest open, take your hands behind your head, go into nice extension. You can rest your head down on the mat. This should feel really good between your shoulder blades, a little chest opener. You can relax here for a moment. Get a nice little chest pec stretch. Now use your tummy muscles to help. You're gonna exhale, lift it on up to that neutral spine. You can come up a little bit higher if you want, if you enjoy flexion, if you really feel that engagement through your abdominals, and then reach back up and over, and then exhale to lift into that neutral spine. You want to think about keeping steadiness through your hips, and you're engaging through both sides of your body. So for some reason, I tend to have a stronger right side than left side, so I'll feel and see how my left obliques will shake a little bit. And that's always a good feeling, knowing that my weaker side is getting a little bit stronger here. Reach it back and lift. Good, so you're using that exhale to help you. Again, reach up and over and lift. 5 more. 4, and press. 3, 2, 1 more here, and then gently lift it all the way back up. You can turn to face the side, take the ball, place it out to the side, roll the ball out as you reach your arm up and overhead, and then lift it all the way back up. Again, nice big inhale, exhale to reach, and and lift. One more on this side. Big side stretch. And lift all the way back up. Nice work. Same thing, but on the other side. So rolling that ball out as you reach up and over and lift on up. And again, roll it on out as you reach your arm to the side and lift. Last one. Reach and press. Lift all the way back up. You can place the ball between your weights if you want, just so it doesn't roll off. Reach your arms up and overhead, looking up towards the ceiling. Take your hands into prayer. Exhale out. You can close your eyes as you bring your hands towards the center of your chest. Nice big inhale through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Just focus on your breathing. Focus on relaxing through the space between your eyebrows. One more deep breath. Nice big inhale. And then exhale to release. And then you can slowly take your arms out to the sides and open up your eyes. And you are all finished. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.